Upside down pedaling. I didn't know this was a thing, but I can't wait to discuss it. Welcome to Balancing Act, your podcast for juggling health, fitness, and life. I'm Holly Bergin, and my co-host is Sharon Krake. And this week we have a super special guest. Welcome, Nathan. Yes, because I've just introduced you. Yeah. G'day. Yeah. You're welcome. Yep. We've paid. Well, we've been busy talking to important people. What can I say? You've got to get in the queue to get on this podcast. You know how this goes. Yeah, if you say so. Hi, Sharon. Anyway, nice to see you with your suntan and your 30-degree heat and whatnot.
Hello. Sorry. I usually have my microphone on mute.
Are you new here?
You're not muted? Oh, okay. Okay. Hang on 1 second. Sorry, this is a very quick. We had a last-minute microphone issue, so.
It wasn't me. It was not me. Just for the chat. It wasn't anything to do with me. Can I just clarify that, please? I feel very proud of myself that it wasn't me either.
Okay.
So you're both muted. So you just got me talking for a bit. That's lovely. Well, at least you're not in your car, I suppose.
Yeah, okay. So, sorry, we just got a quick microphone issue here. It was
That's
working.
fine.
I'm just going to switch back to YouTube.
Food.
And
so I'm just going to go to the comments. Yeah, you're both muted. Riley says, Holly, not the one failing at tech today. Brent says there's still time. Yeah, that's true. I'd love to lie and say there's not any time for me to mess up, but no. So whilst they're sorting out that, I just want to say the biggest thing happened today. So we watched the esports national, what was it? Age group national USA championship race. And my friend and my teammate Randy went and won her age group. I was so freaking proud of her. When she won, I was like, yes, that's great. So this is awesome. So I just got to talk about Randy winning the race. So she was on, there was 3 different, by the way, just tell me when you're back and I'll shut up about the whole race thing, guys. So there was a race and it was a mixed start with 3 different age categories. 35 to 39 and 40 to 44, and then the age group above, I can't remember the exact things, but there was 3 different races in the same race, and Randy clung to the wheels of Jen Real and the other lady. Anyway, and then oh my god, I just loved it. And then we checked her Weebles at the end, and it was just like rock bottom, and she just gave it her all. And that isn't a very good summary of the race, but basically she smashed it. And she was clinging to the first 2 ladies in the other age groups and managed to drop Melissa. Oh my god, I gotta give credit to Melissa because she bridged twice, and it was amazing. And then the last, I think, 6 kilometers was basically Randy and Melissa in the same age group, and it went down to a sprint finish, and she hit I don't know, at least 20 watts per kilo, right? At least. That might be, are we back? Or anyway, she totally smashed the sprint, which we knew she would, and just super proud of her. Well done, Randy. Are we back awesome. Or not? I don't know.
Yeah.
That worked out well.
We've swapped out Sharon's microphone, so hopefully you should be able to hear her now.
Can you hear me now?
I can through Nathan's. I don't know about chat.
Can the chat just double check that they can hear Sharon?
Hello, testing.
I'm just going to the chat against Holly. Bren, I was already on it. 13 what? Can you hear Sharon in the chat? Sharon, say
Hopefully,
something.
if Sharon actually says something, quiet.
Quiet, but
Oh,
yes.
quiet,
Quiet,
yes.
but yes.
Oh,
That
so
was good.
I think that's through your mic,
yeah,
Nathan.
that's just really strange. Got two different microphones.
You could just sit next to each other.
If only that were possible.
You don't have to pretend to like each other.
That's blue.
Yeah, we're getting volume and stuff, so I'm not too sure why it
Should I
is
just
that
talk really loudly? I cannot.
So Randy gets a USA Nationals jersey in my Rouge and possibly Zwift, which is super, super, super awesome. I wish Great Britain did the same thing, but they don't. So there we go. Yeah.
Today, so as long as your microphone's working.
Is that better?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, Brent says that works. All right, so
Harvey said no.
Oh, does it? Okay, cool.
hang on.
Let's go.
I'm just gonna sort this.
I can't wait for the upside down pedaling. You told me you were doing some bike race in Australia and that's upside down. Are you going to demonstrate upside down? Oh, it's good now. Are you going to demonstrate it?
You're going to lie in your chair.
No,
Yeah,
so
I want to see
Well,
it.
actually,
I want to
that
see
looks
how
like
you
the-
do this upside
That
down
looks like the
pedaling.
breakdancing.
we'll restart that again. So, yeah, so thank you for having me on. Yeah, it was really good. So I headed over, I drove over to Adelaide from Melbourne.
David,
And what's that?
it's all echoey, dude.
Sorry?
It's all echoey.
Oh, echoey. Is it? Sorry, Brent. Is it echoey for you on the stream, or is it echoey just for Holly?
I can't hear a word you're saying.
You can't hear.
Your audio's rubbish now.
Wow.
Brent says, so bad news, Nathan's audio is rubbish now.
is that better, Brent?
Yeah, Bren. Thanks
Is
for
it
being
still
honest
echoing
there.
for you, Holly? Or
That's a different
echoing on the
stream.
stream?
Holly. What's the
Echo on the
difference?
stream.
Is that the one you got to subscribe to, Bren?
Camera's on, don't forget.
Look, the reverb.
Well, they can hear you, so you can talk to us.
But we need to hear you. Because we're talking about you.
Is the stream hearing Sharon the same as I am? Upside down pedaling is a different stream, Holly. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. So, how does Sharon's all echoey now? I don't know what's going on. Upside down pedaling. Have you got to put like effort in and stuff?
So
Sorry, I'm just waiting to work out the audio.
Ah,
Not sure why it's not working.
Pardon? Can you hear me, Holly?
yes, but it's very, very echoey. Like it's really hard to. Is the stream hearing the same as what I'm hearing? Like echoey? Sorry, Bren.
Good enough to do the Holly and Sharon show. The echo better? Yeah.
It been in my head. Well, lots of
We
things
all
that
have
go on in
voices,
my head.
don't we?
That's better. Yes, I couldn't hear you at all. It was like being in a swimming pool or something. So loud. I've been to the pool this week. Yeah. Okay.
I
So,
know.
Tour Down
Brandon,
Under.
I
Tour
do
Down
deserve to be
Under.
fired.
Let's. Nathan fired.
Hang on. Okay, so let's just do a really quick check because it's only been
Oh my
15
God.
minutes into this.
And everyone hear everyone.
And everyone can hear everyone?
Yes.
All right, let's just push on with it, shall we?
Tour Down Under. Tour Down Under. Where did
All
you
right,
go?
let's crack into it. Okay, so headed over to the tour. Spent a few days over there. Got to catch up with the AHDR guys.
Oh yeah, I
So
saw GP Lama and
on Zwift.
yeah.
So on Zwift, AHDR are a fairly sizable Australian majority of the Australian community. Stands for the Aussie Hump Day Ride, and so got to catch up with them. Got to catch up with my ex-podcast mate Andrew Hutto Hudson, which was great fun. So I got to see him. We got to do a group ride, which we're going to look at in a moment, and I'll talk you through that. And then I did a bit of a tour of the tour village, a tour of the tour of the tour village. Walked around the tour village, and took some videos.
You did what in the tour village?
So we're gonna we're gonna check that out. All right, so
Right.
let's just jump over to the ride. All right, so this is the ride. There's probably a little bit of audio coming through. Hopefully not too much. It's a pain. I might just die.
One of my race captains. Okay, mate. How are you? Nice to meet you.
But we had so this starts out at the village, and then we head out to the Adelaide Hills. Now the Adelaide Hills are about maybe 3 or 4 k's out of Adelaide. So Adelaide, one of the major cities here in Australia. Adelaide's about 900 kilometres from where we live. Now, we were looking at this up yesterday. To give you a sense, it's, I think from top to bottom, the UK is only about 600 k's? Miles. So yeah, it's about the same distance from the top to the bottom of the UK is from where I live, Melbourne, over to Adelaide. And so we headed out. Now this was fantastic because I did get to meet GP Lama in this ride. So Shane Miller, and if you haven't seen his YouTube channel, go and check it out. He does fantastic videos, very well known, very popular. And I was surprised to find him on this ride. Now I shook hands with him before, just in this video, and I got to chat with him while we're having coffee. So we're heading out to the Adelaide Hills, which are incredibly beautiful, like really. So he cycled to it, right? Well, he kind of lives, he lives a bit closer to Adelaide than I do.
Cycled to it.
Yeah, I didn't cycle to it, no, not 900 kilometres. And so you can see a bit of the climbing there that we did. I said there was a group of about 40 of us, and we were ranging from some pretty awesome riders down to some new ladies that had joined in D category, which was fantastic to see. So it was really nice to see some of the ladies getting out there, and you'll see them in the video there too. There's Mike Brooks, he's our race manager. So and you're kind of seeing that where I'm sort of just zooming into some of the countryside, which we'll see a little bit more of in a bit. But lots of riders out, tons of people all getting around and having a look at this.
Graphics are awesome. Look at the graphics, so real.
Yeah. It's so lifelike, isn't it? They've really done a good job.
Yeah. Did you turn into night mode in about half an hour? Did it rain about half an hour? Of course not. Did it rain?
Yeah.
I don't even know what rain is in
morphing through
Australia.
each other as we go along.
Yeah.
So we pulled over. This is one of the breaks that we had. I tried to find it in the video. It's somewhere there. And there's Shane just over in the background there with his magnificently white socks he's got on. And so, yeah, there's Shane there. So there's one of the guys there, and I can't see him in the picture, but he's got this little dog on his in a little backpack, and he had these cute set of glasses on that he was riding around with. And so his name is Ryder. He's got an Instagram channel. He has more followers than I think all three of us put together. So he was coming along.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, Hutto's joined us. Hey mate,
Hey,
how are
Hutto.
you? And so then we stopped for coffee at this really fantastic
A brewery?
well,
Yeah.
they serve beer, but oh man, the line was all these riders that turned up out of
The
nowhere.
beer line was too long, was it?
Do you know what? Cyclists. Where's these Cat D ladies?
I think I've only clipped it down to just the parts. I'll release this video. It's like 2.5 hours of ride. Well, the video is in its entirety, so you'll be able to see it and check it all out. But I try to capture as much of it in this short little 5-minute clip that I could. So then we finish our coffee break. We head back out. We're riding through the vineyards, the wine fields of Adelaide.
Oh, now
which
you're
Adelaide
talking. Yep, I'm
is
listening. Yep.
really well known for. Yeah. So that was fantastic.
Riding through.
Oh, a little bit, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so there's one of the ladies there. I can't think of her name off the top of my head. I'm sure it'll come to me at some point. So I was having a chat with her. She'd been over in Europe cycling. We're back into the climbs again. So we've done the summit, which is one of the climbs. Now we're off to Mount Lofty. Yeah, that's it. So we're heading up to there. Watching out for buses cutting corners. Yeah, that was super close. Yeah.
Take up our team.
Yeah. So we get to the top there. There's the famous little lighthouse thing they got going on. There's Adelaide City in the distance there. You can kind of make out.
You almost see the smoke.
Oh yeah. There's a bit of that. There's one of the ladies there in the green and black kit. She was one of the new D-grade ladies that had come along.
Nice.
And of course, no good climbing is without its descents.
No.
And so then we get into. So we've done all that climbing. We did about 1,000 meters worth of climbing. Nothing too difficult. But then we hit some of the descents there. I almost ran into Mike because I just ran out of road without knowing the exact route. And we had to get along some of these bike paths. Now, I'm not a big fan of bike paths because they can be pretty dangerous. It kind of doesn't make sense. You think the roads are more dangerous, but because the bike paths are so narrow, you don't have a lot of space to negotiate if there's other riders coming up. Or
Especially near the big.
yeah, exactly. So we got down. So we're really starting to open it up now. I missed another turn off just here. Bit too far. I had to turn around, go back again. And
Oh my god.
the
Oh.
last bit of the descent. The descent was fantastic, and but the ride itself was wonderful. It was about maybe 50 k's. It wasn't anything too big, but certainly very much a great time. And it was really good to meet some of the AHDR riders in person. As I mentioned, got to catch up with Andrew as well, who's jumped in the chat there. Unfortunately, Andrew couldn't make that ride. It was during the week. He had some other commitments on at that time, unfortunately, and so. But we did catch up for a beer in the village, which was very good. So, in addition to that, also got along to the MARP Zwift little sort of night they had on at the MARP store, which I'll have some video of that. And that was great. So got to see some of the S-Works, the bikes, and watch some of the people race on Zwift, which was good. And then the next day, so this is like on the Wednesday. I got there on the Tuesday night. Did the ride on the Wednesday, hung out, and then on the Thursday managed to get around to have a look at the village. All right. So
Do you get lots of freebies? I want to know what freebies you got.
Oh, look, I tried to, but there was so much, and I did get a hat. Hang on, where's my hat? I got my official Santos Tour hat. which I wore quite happily whilst I was.
So this is the Tour Down Under.
Right. So
City of Adelaide Tour
I've got
Village.
some of the footage I took.
We're having a look at. We were here the other day.
It's all on the 3D.
But I didn't get a chance to sort of walk around.
The big white one.
So lots of vendors,
I
tents,
think they know what the grey ones look like.
bike manufacturers,
So essentially,
and the like.
the village is really
So
just
we've got helmets. Ooh, glasses.
it's a lot of stands now. It kind of in past years.
Market.
Well, it's just really just
nice.
people selling stuff. It seems to be, and because in past years they had like stands set up. They had Zwift, so Zwift had a bunch of
Julia.
trainers set up and so forth, so you could get in and sort of ride them. They had demonstrations. They had sprint challenges, so they'd have like professional riders coming up and doing sprints on stationary bikes with the crowd cheering them on.
Stationary bikes? That's ridiculous. Why would you want to do that?
What else we got?
Speaking of stationary
I've got to
bikes,
get a hat.
my whoosh, nowhere to be seen here. So
Oh.
that was a little bit interesting. I kind of thought with Matt Smithson being the quintessential Aussie that he is, there might have been some representation there, but it's unfortunately not.
Is he not
what I
even
saw.
there?
Sorry.
Oh, this is the team zone. I don't think we can go in here.
So this is the team zone. So this is where the actual teams that are riding in the Santos Tour Down Under get into. Now, unfortunately, I didn't have credentials. I couldn't get in. But I went
Just wear a high vis. Get
I
a
went
high
and
vis.
peered in the window at the very
Here's
least.
we got Marita.
And had a bit of a look. Sorry?
Do they not know who?
Peered.
Do they not know who you are? Just tell them I'm no
I know.
fairy.
Yeah, right.
How you going?
Next time. Come on.
But got to
Yeah.
so walking through all the so there's Marita, just walking through, having a look at the different vendor stands and tents that they've got set up,
Good. That's
which
very nice.
was a lot of fun, and it was obviously
We'll come back and have a
it was
game of
very nice
cornhole.
to sort of get out of the walk a little bit and get into the tents that had a little bit of like fans.
All right,
in there
moving on.
Yeah, I can
so
imagine.
you get
Hello.
around. So, and some of the stands, like
It's a circus, isn't it?
this is Civillo. Some of their stands, like really schmick. Like this is a pretty significant kind of
Looks like
setup.
an actual shop.
Yeah, right. So that was really fun to get around and have a look in there. But I remember in years that have gone past, I think this particular area had been set up with like stuff for the kids, like
And the-
STEM stuff as well.
Yeah, because we took our girls.
Visitor information booth, coffee, test
like-
centre.
Not that I wasn't really into cycling then. It's a lot of fun watching the guys
It's
do
okay, so we can't go.
on the stages. They actually enjoyed it, surprisingly.
You still got your hat on. Yeah.
It's a good hat. You got me one as well. Oh. Oh no.
He's new here. Sharon, we need to find better guests. Who is this guy?
Have him on again.
Where did we find him? Jeez.
he's male, he's
That's
he's
true. That's true.
You know
Yeah.
how hard
yeah.
that
We've
is.
got to give them certain allowances, haven't they? They can't possibly multitask.
That's not. Oh, here we
Well,
go.
Well,
Here we go.
for-
Yeah. Yeah, I'm back again. Hello.
oh,
And
no,
so
yeah, good.
now, did I? I'm just looking through. Oh, I'll show the important part, which is. Yeah, I'll show you the important part. There we go. So this is me buying some food.
Oh my God.
There's my hat. Got my hat on.
Got his hat on. Put it out now.
Great.
Yep. And just waiting for my tacos,
Yeah.
and then headed back over to. So this is in the center of the village.
The bar.
Yep.
Yeah.
you've got to get the important things. You've got to strategically work out where you've got to, camp and position yourself.
Tacos.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Did you see the bike racing? Like, where's the bike racing? Yeah.
Stage 3 start in Norway.
Which stage starts in Glen?
I think it was stage 4.
It's shrimps. Yeah, he's got shrimps on his blooming taco.
All right, and then so fantastic. Had lots of fun, and it would have been awesome to spend a bit more time with it. But unfortunately, over to Bright, who started.
That was what, a 10-hour drive? And he did that in one go, no stopping. Well,
Australia's quite big, isn't it? Really? What?
Well, just
Yeah,
to
it's
drive,
huge. It's really big.
Just to drive from where we are now to where we spent 6 days last week. It's a 3-hour drive.
Sorry.
Quick from London to Paris.
Well, 900 kilometres from where I live is basically the south of France, so that's where the
Yeah.
That's where we drove.
That's to put it into context for me.
Wow.
All right, so here we go.
Yeah.
Are
we watching some racing now? Okay, cool.
Well, no racing, unfortunately. I couldn't really follow the racing around too much.
Right, no, 147.5
kilometre stage 3 race here in Adelaide, Santos Tour Down Under 2025.
Which is where
we've got about 13 minutes before the stage starts. We can see just up in the distance there, just behind me, we've got the banner. That's where they're all going to be lining up. All the tour cars, all the support cars, the crews are all behind that.
Yeah, it's basically me just yabbering into the microphone.
And just panning around, we can see that it absolutely
waiting
is
for everyone to
people everywhere. But
so was there like a caravan?
As we walk past,
when the Tour de France is
right
like
down
a
there,
caravan that comes
just
around
wall to wall,
beforehand and
fans,
like
people, bikes.
And it stops and like gets the crowds going. It gives out some free beers, and there's all the different cars.
Yep, you name it.
No, I don't think
Everyone is cramming to have a look at the start of the stage.
It might just be a Tour de France thing. I like bigger.
It's quite big, but given that Australia doesn't really embrace
This morning.
had an enormous it's completely blocked off. So I'm going to skip it because I'm yammering around for a little bit.
And we're looking up your nose as well. So.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna push through here until we get to. Yep. So you see the police had started rolling out and the camera crews are rolling out.
Where's
Camera crews rolling out.
Where's the part where the people are sat upside down?
Sorry, again?
They're not upside down. They're not upside down. They're cheating. They've got energy against the bike. So, what are they doing? These people here, they're on motorbikes. That's not right. Get yourselves on a hoverbike.
Beautiful and historic towns in South Australia.
They need to speed up a bit, don't they? They're slow these ones. They're not going to get it.
Cowbell?
147.5 kilometres. That is the journey ahead. This is it. Stage 3.
They do cowbells. And it would have been great because
There we go.
And So
We're about to start rolling through.
fans get along to the sides of the road as the riders go past.
I want you to help me count down. Let's do it for 5, 4, 3, 2.
Is that a world on my route? One of those.
Yeah, it's along the hill, yeah.
Oh right, okay. Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
I've been
And they've
there.
also got it on Zwift now as a climb.
Oh,
I think
okay,
they've got
yeah.
it as a climb, but maybe not. Maybe it's something I'm thinking of. So here we go with the cyclists all heading out.
So this is the start, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a male and female ride?
This is
What's the
the women's are the following. So they're not in the same way. Yeah.
There we go, and then we'll have the support vehicles coming
An absolute tool in
soon after.
talking, so I was live streaming this. As it was going on, I was live streaming it, and of course I'm talking to people on the camera, and I'm holding this 360 camera as well, and I look like a complete idiot, but it's all good fun. So that
Cool.
was that's essentially the. Oh, sorry, hang on. Sharon asked about the.
Cars coming through fairly quickly. So, on
When the world came to York,
At the start of it, before the stages started, it was a trial or something? There was a bit of an accident.
Oh yeah, there was. So they have a criterium at the start
that's
before the stages, and there was a monster accident into one of the corners. I think one of the guys overshot it and went careering. What do you call it when you
careering?
Yep, into the crowd.
Yep.
So that was
and a whole heap. How many other riders?
a few. I'm going to see if I can maybe while we're talking just bring that up. So.
But no, it was I don't know who knows nowadays. But it's a cute little town, I guess. It's got some beautiful spots. Don't know if it's somewhere where I'd live, but I think it's one of those cities that you live in if you're really young with young kids and family, or you're old. Sort of in between. I reckon for me personally, I think I don't know if I'd sort of live there.
Yep.
But I guess if you've got friends and family there, and that's where you've grown up, it's a different story. But I suppose me being a foreigner,
it's a fantastic place. It's the proximity. Like we did a ride, a little 4-man group ride down to the beach, and it literally took us on our bikes maybe 20 minutes to get from the CBD down to the beach, and then the other way. You sort of head the other way, and then you're 20 minutes, and you're in the hills. Yeah,
the hills.
You know, doing climbs, and there's some really steep climbs. I really wanted to try and do corkscrew, which is a fantastic short little punchy climb. It's about 3Ks, but I think it averages somewhere towards 10%. So.
I mean that's not steep. What is that like? So that's like
that's not steep, she says.
Come on.
That's just a warm up, is it?
Yeah, like you want to be in Yorkshire, 20% or 26% or something.
26%. Where's that?
10%. Well, if I go the roadway to work, it's on my commute. But I go.
Okay. So is it a little cobbled climb, or is it a proper road?
It's a proper road. Yeah, it's not a cobbled climb. I don't tend to go that way anyway because cars, you know.
Yeah.
But
cars. All right, so this is that. Yeah, Villawood. So this is that the crash that Sharon was talking about.
Are we going to see a crash?
So one of the riders just overshot it and just went straight into the crowd there. Just up front, just there. So that would have been. But aside from crashes, it was wonderful. The weather was fantastic. It was really warm, a little bit overcast on the last day that I was there, and but really good fun.
Do it again next year.
Do it again next year.
Sharon, did you get peace and quiet from him?
No, because I had the kids.
Oh yeah, damn yeah. So how did you cope looking after the kids whilst Nathan was busy, traveling away on his?
To be honest, he left on the Tuesday. The kids. I think was I working? No, wasn't working. I think I was on holiday. I ended up taking the kids to a water park. So we had a great day.
Excellent.
And then Wednesday we just got ready for our trip away. So yeah, no, it was fine. I can handle the kids without him around.
Yep.
But then we drove up to sort of the Victorian Alps, which is one of our big skiing areas, but also great for riding. So we drove up on the Thursday, and then Nathan drove from Adelaide to us on the Friday. And that's also, it's a beautiful area, amazing riding.
But the good news is though that we did get you out on the road though.
Yes.
We did get Sharon out on the road. I saw
you on a bike. That was super cool.
Yep.
Look, I'm not a fan of riding on the roads. I'm a nervous rider on the road, so I tend to not go on the road. And so the last time I was out on the road was 2 years ago when we were last in Bright, because we go every 2 years. So that was the last time I was out on the road. So I was very nervous when I got on my bike.
Yeah.
So really
but you did it. You did it. But it doesn't matter. You did it.
Slowly came back. And it's like I said, it's a beautiful part of Victoria. It's Austrian, German.
You certainly has a
cafes, restaurants, shops, and it's on a river. So we basically spent all day on the river and in the water. Not on the river, on the banks of the river and in the water. The kids in and out of it all day long. We just sat lying under a tree, chitter-chatting. It's lovely, very relaxing. But I think, Nate, how many rides did you get to do when you were out there?
I did not as many as I had hoped I would.
I think you're just tired.
From the riding over in Adelaide and then the drive over. But I had hoped that I was going to do Buffalo, which is one of the mountains that I love to ride when I'm over in Bright. Just didn't get a chance to do it, but I did get up there one of the nights there, and we did do some night photography, which was really fantastic to try and do as well. So
that was incredible, because I think all over the world they call it the Parade of Planets, I think it's called.
Yep.
So it's been, I think at different times of the month, it's I don't know if it's all the planets are sort of almost aligned, but without using a telescope or anything like that, we could see Mars really clearly, actually, because it's got that sort of orange glow, and Jupiter and Uranus, we could see those really clearly. And
what could you see? Sorry.
Was it big or small?
It's not as small as you'd think.
But
right.
And no, like Nathan said, he got some amazing photos, because we then went up to the top of Mount Buffalo the following night, and obviously it was even clearer because we were higher up.
So telescopes, right? Telescopes. Did you get like a super duper special one, or can you just use anyone? No telescope. Because I saw the pictures. How did you take the pictures?
Just because, in fact, with the camera I'm looking at right now.
Yep.
So the camera we're using
oh my god!
He took the photos with. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Well, look, I did start out trying to be in competition with him, trying to take better photos on my iPhone.
That's cool.
He won this time. His photos were way better.
So, sorry, while we're talking.
Sorry, we're not talking.
I know, we're talking about stars and stuff. I want to go stargazing or something. Like in the Yorkshire Dales, you can go stargazing because the light pollution is really low. Hey, date idea. Just putting it out there.
Tinder date. We need to get you back and active on Tinder. Valentine's Day soon.
Well,
Oh,
apparently Twitch is the place to be.
there you go.
Oh.
Look like you're having fun.
What
There's
we're
Sharon.
doing now, we're watching, is that Sharon there?
Yep.
Apparently.
Awesome. Yes.
Yeah, it's all good.
You're looking good.
So that's not road. So this is perfect, Sharon.
Well,
Yeah.
we know that we do a particular route, we ride to a particular little town and have a coffee each time we do this, but we didn't get all the way out to where we wanted to go because it's getting late in the morning and get back. But they have all these bike paths like that we're on now, so we sort of, I think we cycle for about 45 minutes in one direction and then we jump onto the main road and cycle back to the road and back.
And then it was just TT all the way back.
Oh my god.
Sharon was on the front. 400 watts.
I wouldn't expect anything less. But what's on the footpath? Is that wood or something?
It's bark.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So you just ride over it, or is it like...
try and avoid it if you can.
Gets a little bit slippery.
Quite slippery.
Right, okay.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Oh, look how smooth it is.
I always refer to it as my happy place, this little town. It's one of those places that any time of year you go, there's lots to do, and it's, if anyone ever comes to Australia and Melbourne, it's definitely worth a up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, good.
Hire bikes, so that, because obviously you can
Yeah.
do all that. So yeah, if you want to ride out there, you can.
Yep. They've got e-bikes as well. So it's all very good. It was lots of fun. So so we spent a bit of time there as well. And I've got some more videos coming of some of the rides we did out there, and the descents and so forth. And so it was really a really good time. So as I got some videos coming of Adelaide, the trip over there, the trip sort of inland coming back from there and going across the country to where we went to Bright. So we've got some videos of that, which was we'll post up a bit later on. But overall, fantastic time. So how's it been over in Yorkshire? Really, really enjoyable?
It's been great, yeah. I'll tell you a story. I've got a cycling story from this week. Do you want to hear my story?
Oh, I do, yes, absolutely.
All right, so I'm cycling home on the oh great, I get the floor to myself. Okay, cool. Right, right, I'm going to really milk this one, right? So, by the way, if you're on my live whoosh thing, you'd have heard this story already, but I'm going to tell it already. Again, even. So I'm cycling home along the canal from work, and just to put you in the picture, right? I have a bright yellow jacket. I've got a bright yellow helmet. It's got light. The helmet's got light on the back. I have bright yellow gloves. I've got a red light. So two red lights and a front light that flashes, and it's daylight. You cannot miss me, right? Okay, just to emphasize, you cannot miss me. Okay. Oh, and I've got a bell as well. So whenever I come up to somebody, I ring my bell in good time, because usually they've got a dog with them, right? So anyway, so there's this couple and they've got a dog. So I'm ringing my bell, even though they're walking towards me, but they don't move out the way. So I'm ringing my bell just because they might not be, I don't know, they might be like away with the fairies or something. And say hey to Miguel.
No.
Oh.
No. Ignore me.
Okay. Hi, Miguel. Anyway, so I'm ringing my bell and he doesn't move. So I ring it again, like, I tend to ring it sort of maybe twice and then twice again, like instantly. So 4 times. Then ring it again, it doesn't move. So I literally have to stop, right? Because he's in my way with this dog. And he goes, something like pedestrians have right of way, and I was like, well, I was ringing my bell, like I was a bit like, why isn't it? Sometimes these people, like, maybe they're hearing loss, or maybe they can't see properly or something, because it's that kind of area, I don't know. Anyway, and he just goes, oh yeah, pedestrians have right of way, and I was like, well, I know, but I was ringing my bell. And then he says to me, you were ringing it too much. So I'd stopped at this point, and I said, right, I am bright yellow, I have lights on my bike, I have everything, it is daylight, and you're still having a go at me. Like, what am I supposed to do? And then
were
I
you
just
coming towards him or from behind?
He saw him. Oh yeah, and he said as well, well, I saw you coming towards me. Like, what do you want me to do then? Like, what do you want me to do?
You're doing all the things.
Get off your bike and walk around. I'm like, what?
think
Yeah.
so. Yeah, yeah. But even that
you
was
not share
like
the paths?
Yeah.
Cyclists and pedestrians don't you share the paths?
Well, there's pedestrians and then there's arseholes, so you know.
They're jerks.
So,
They're just people who think that they own the road, like
Be the
there was
cyclists?
no need for
No.
it. No need for it.
car or car drivers.
Well, both actually. There's
Yeah.
there's arseholes in all walks of life,
Yeah.
but he was being an arsehole pedestrian, so
Yeah.
And was
yeah.
what
So now I keep my eye out for him every day now, because the next time he's there, I'm just
You
gonna
know, hit
like
him?
not stop.
go straight towards him? and
Well,
then quickly around.
let's
Hip and
just
shoulder
see.
as you go
Let's
past.
just see what. Let's just see what he does.
And
Yes.
is the path
I-
wide? Is it a wide path that?
Not well. It's a canal towpath. There's a bit of grass in places, but it's
I guess
not
you've gotta
really
be
that
careful you
wide.
don't wobble and fall
End up
into
in the canal. Yeah, well, I'll go the other side of the canal, so it'll be him nearest the canal.
Oh, okay.
But what a prat.
What you should do
Anyways,
is-
so that's my story from this week.
Get one of those train horns and just put that on the front of your bike
Yeah,
and just blast that as you
Yeah.
come right up behind
so
him.
like move, like oh my god, just
Steve-
viewing in your bell too much. What the actual flip?
So speaking of people like that, so we had a similar one in a car. So Steve and I were out riding along Beach Road, which is a very, very popular spot to go riding here in Melbourne. It's on the bay. And
Oh yeah, Beach Road, yeah.
you know it well, don't you?
Yeah.
And so the two of us are riding side by side. Now we're in a section of the road where there are two quite wide lanes. Okay, so there's definitely lots of room for cars to pass. Unfortunately, in the left lane, there tends to be parked cars every so often. So we were sort of riding towards the right-hand side of this left lane. So effectively right almost in the middle of these two lanes. But there's certainly lots of places, lots of space on the right-hand side of us for cars to pass, and there were cars passing. Anyway, there's a car that came along, and it drove up next to us, and then proceeded to drive in front of us and push us over into the gutter. You know, and
I do
like
know. Yeah.
I see red, absolutely red when that happens. Then he kind of pushes over, and then he just proceeded to drive off. So, but he didn't get far because the next set of lights were just at the road. So I put down some power, sprinted up, and caught up to him.
Talk about motivation.
Had his window down, and I was sort of screaming through what the hell do you think you're doing? I wasn't as polite as that, but what the hell do you think you're doing? And he's like, you shouldn't be. You shouldn't have that much of the road. You should be over towards the gutter. You shouldn't be riding in that space. And I'm like, so you decide just to push us over in your car to teach us a lesson? Of course, I felt sorry. It was an elderly gentleman.
I had his wife.
And his wife was sitting in the passenger seat. And so she's caught between me screaming across her to him and him trying to defend himself, as in justify his actions. But just the entitlement to say, I'm going to use my car to push these
as a weapon
into the gutter because that's where they should be riding. You know, it's like...
Yeah, he's making that judgment call and he's doing that on purpose too.
Correct.
I mean, really, the worst thing that can happen is he can hit you and you could die. So isn't that like attempted murder? I realise I've estimated that quite fast, but like...
No, exactly that. And like, there's
what?
been certainly cases of that where cyclists have been hit, in some cases quite deliberately by cars, and then the car's just driven off and they haven't got footage of it.
That's why having your 360 I think is a good idea.
Oh, sorry, yeah. So and they,
it's just neat. Yeah, get YouTube. That's better.
The car's just driven off, and they haven't been able to, discover who it is, and of course left, the cyclist on the road. I think in a couple of times unalived. So it's quite a shame. Anyway,
that's why I don't ride on the road.
Yeah,
that is why I commute on the canal.
Yeah, it's a fair call. Yeah,
That's honestly just it scares me. I'm clip in time and not look like an idiot falling off my bike because I can't clip in time.
Yeah, there's that.
But a shout out to all the decent car drivers, because there are a lot of decent car drivers and dog walkers. Because I'll ring my bell and I'll be like, they'll move over and I'll be like, oh, thank you. Always say thank you. To the ones that don't move, I don't say a word because I'm not saying thank you if they're not going to do anything.
As you go past.
Oh, that's what you got to do. Is just key their car as you go along. No, I would never.
But do they not know who I am?
Well, that's it.
But can they hear your bell when they're in their car?
Can you what?
Can they hear your bell when they're in the car?
No, but there's only 2 bits of road where I go, so I it's kind of, mind you, even that's not really safe. There was a taxi driver once beeping the horn at me. It turns out it's a taxi driver of a student from the school where I work. So I turned in to my school, and the taxi driver followed me behind and like dropped off a student. So I was instantly like, right, I need the number of that taxi company. I'm ringing them up.
Did you ring them up?
The way I did. Yeah, well, they apologised and stuff, and then since then because we're going the same way, they've appeared behind me before, and they've given me loads of space. So the effect of me ringing up was positive.
Good.
Yeah. Because I just thought that's ridiculous, and I was like sort of laughing but also crying to myself because I thought, oh my god, I'm gonna have to ring this taxi company. And like, I hate confrontation like that. But once I let it go, I was so cross. My colleagues were like, are you all right? And I was like, no, because this taxi driver thinks he's like entitled to. But back to so and there are lots of car drivers that give you lots of space and like on the road, and you look behind and you expect them to be like right there, but they're giving you loads of space, and I really appreciate that. So thanks to them. Yeah,
thanks to them. Yep.
Yeah.
And then so then I guess holidays.
Oh yeah, no. So like when we went away, we stayed with which we tend to holiday with, right? That's our group that we go with, and we shared an Airbnb. Always interesting sharing accommodation or just being. Some families like, me, I'm all go. Let's get out down to the river. Let's get organised. Some not so much, and then you've got the kids and their dynamics, and really young kids to this, the teenagers. There's always quite interesting. And
how did you cope with that?
Oh, we just drank lots of wine.
Alcohol.
It makes a few things interesting, and a bit of quality time with each other a bit more challenging.
Yeah, but
there's no locks on the door.
Oh, this sounds juicy. Let's go. Yes. Oh, I was on it then. Don't worry, chat. I'm on this. Go on then.
Our bed was like right next to the kitchen. Our bedroom was right next to the kitchen.
Yeah.
So why the kitchen? Why is anybody in the kitchen?
So there were four bedrooms.
Yeah.
Big open plan kitchen, living area. And the teenagers, because there wasn't a room for them, they just slept on the floor in one of the other living areas. So they were out of the way. But it was the young kids who tend to just knock and come into a room, or don't even knock, just come straight in. But thank God, that would be quite embarrassing.
Oh yeah, yep.
It's like trying to keep the noise, trying to be quiet.
But that's I guess they're the challenges, when you're spending time in a house with other people.
What challenges would those be?
Being quiet.
Being quiet, but aren't you sleeping?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, look, it makes it more.
Oh my god! Oh, it's so funny. Did you have the heart rate monitors on?
No,
we should have.
I
yeah.
didn't bring my. I don't think I brought my new book. No.
Yeah, because it was quite warm in there as well. There was no air conditioning. Man,
we had
gosh.
a fan on. But
yeah, that fan was working overtime.
Oh wow.
But
Yep.
But then the other challenge is because they've got our friends have got younger kids, like what sort of 6, 7.
How old are they? Right.
Yeah. And so they're sort of running around and doing things as well. And when you have and Holly,
you're
you know
listening out for
this.
the door.
Yeah, Holly, you know this as well. Like when you've got older children, they're not so needy all the time. You know, they're not like constantly you have to be giving them attention and sorting things out for them. They can feed themselves, all that kind of stuff, and you just kind of, you know.
I think we've all been there, you know, with the kids at those ages going away anyway. But like I say, just sharing a house just it does. Oh look, it was great. It's always an amazing break with them. We love it.
I mean, it sounds like you've been held at gunpoint to say that, but anyway.
No, we do. It's good fun. It's
in
good
case
fun.
they listen to this, say something nice about them in case they listen.
We've been doing it for a couple of years now, actually.
Yeah.
So this is probably our fourth trip.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
With them.
Yep.
But we only go every second year because of when I have my daughters, so I alternate Christmases. So we had them for January this year. So yeah.
So Holly, what how do you handle it with if you've got to go away and stay with people?
What, like my parents?
Well, that's one.
Yes, actually.
What tips have you got for when you're on holidays with friends?
I don't go on holidays with friends.
Do a lot of writing.
Is there a reason, or just hasn't?
I don't know. I just haven't I just kind of take my kids and go off. So maybe I should do that. Maybe I should get my friends together and be like, let's go. I think because we've got different. I think
mums and kids.
Yeah. I think because I've got friends with my friends are different ages because I had my kids I was 22, but my friends had theirs when they were 40. So we are different ages because we met at primary school. So we're standing in the school playground and my friends. They are my friends, but we are different ages, and our kids are a variety of different ages. Some are the same age, but some are older or younger and things. And the kids like different things. We like different things. I'd want to go somewhere to do go down the river or sod it. Let's go on a holiday with you guys.
That's great fun. We're great fun.
Yeah.
Not going on holiday with us.
Yeah. I just like to do stuff float down the river where you guys did, and I don't know, climb a mountain or something. I don't know, just be active. It's nice having a couple of beach days or whatever, to chill out. You can't be active every single day. But maybe. I mean,
not active at all this holiday.
The beer and wine isn't going to drink itself.
Well, this is true. Yeah, I mean, needs must and stuff. So, yeah. But yeah, my holidays tend to be default, going to my parents in France and look at that flipping egg. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. So
sunshine and
cheese boards.
I go on holiday to Utopia. Sorry, wrong platform.
But no, I know what you're saying. It's always a trick about getting out and doing things, because even if you do go away on holidays with friends and family, quite often, as you say, you've got different interests. So you'll want to get out and sightsee and go and experience different things, and others are happy just to chill out and sort of stay at home kind of thing.
Yeah, and then you've got the whole sleeping thing. Some people might go to bed earlier, some people might go to bed later, some people get up early, some people don't, and they're a lay-in, and it's all a bit of a juggling the noisy evening and whatnot. So
the two families that we went with, both the guys.
Okay.
The guys are all cyclists, so boys. I don't think Nathan didn't do any rides with it because they did some routes and he was just tired from his drive over. But they do big rides together normally when we're up there. So that's sort of the common thing between all of us, is that the boys love their cycling. The girls not so much. We just like to chill. But,
make nice food.
But yeah, look, and I guess you've got to sort of just keep trying to let any tension get between you. I think we did have one or two moments where I think people were just tired, and someone wanted to go, and also I think there were other friends. You've got to communicate with each other. You know, like I don't want to do this. You guys go ahead and do it, or we're going to stay longer, or this is what we're doing. You're welcome to join us. Otherwise, we'll see you later on.
Communication.
I think even just going on a holiday with a friend of mine, if we're going to a city or something, and if I wanted to sort of see a gallery or whatever, and they don't want to, it's like, okay, well, I'll meet you in an hour or whatever. You know, it's just communicating. I think as well is really important.
Yep.
Is the takeaway, I guess.
Or doing race commentary from a car.
Oh yes.
Yes, honestly, that was like. So for those watching that don't know,
yes, that's right.
Nathan does commentating, and
with you, with Holly.
Level.
Yeah, with me, yeah, and that was just incredible. Like you sat in that car for like 2 hours or something. That was just.
It was the weirdest thing because the car's just sitting sort of next to where we're staying, but I had to move it up into this field to get better internet access. And so I'm sitting in this car at about 2:30 a.m. in the morning, and anyone who was walking past and this light on in the car was like, "What the hell is this guy doing?"
On the internet, so for the internet at 2:30 in the morning, I mean, no, that's not dodgy at all, right?
No, exactly. Yeah, no, that's all above board.
Perfectly fine. It's what we all do, right? Sure.
That's how committed he is to this.
I know. We need committing.
It was lots of fun.
And when we couldn't connect, we wanted to do the shows.
I know. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Happy Australia Day, by the way. Happy Australia Day.
Where's your flag?
Well,
okay.
But yeah, no, he just couldn't connect the camera and what have you. I don't know. He was just sort of getting a bit stressed, not having the decent connection, obviously, because he had to drive up into a field to get proper connection. So that's why we couldn't be live from there last week for the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good trip, and we'll do it again soon.
Yep. But if anyone's got any tips or funny stories about either holidaying with friends and family, or suggestions on how to make sure everyone has a good time, what can they do, Sharon?
Drop a comment in the Discord channel. Link is in the description. So on next week's episode, we are going to discuss how to keep the kids entertained and occupied during those long school summer holidays. So those 6-week holidays, everyone has in the UK and in the States, it's that long summer break. We've gone back to school after our 6-7 weeks, which is challenging for every parent, I think. So we're going to talk about how to handle it. And we started a discussion on that
that you think are good, but are actually not.
From a local's perspective, I think the city's shit, but a foreigner may go, "Oh gosh, can't wait to go there," or whatever. So drop us some suggestions or you think aren't so great.
So as a local, are pretty rubbish.
Yeah.
But tourists all flock there because they think that's the.
Google says it's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, the town where I live.
What cities do you love? What cities do you absolutely hate? So
I've got some interesting ones actually.
I was about to ask. Can you just? Well, I was going to say, can you tease us with one now, so everyone's got an idea of what we're talking about?
So I don't rate Venice.
To be continued next week.
Yep. Not saying any more than that. You can tune in next week.
Actually, I've been and I didn't mind it. So this
yeah, it'd be interesting. Actually, yeah.
So that's what's on next week's episode. So join the Discord channel. As I said, the link is in the description below. Please suggest topics. We find just the conversations we have with everyone helps come up with ideas, and what we can talk about each week. So please, keep communicating with us. And thanks for watching. Hit the like, subscribe button, and leave a comment. And yeah, we will see you all next weekend.
Bye.